Good morning.
Morning.
What a beautiful day. Let us now join our hearts and minds together in prayer. Holy, eternal one, we give you great thanks and praise for this glorious day, for this occasion that has brought us together in this time and place, wherever we come from or wherever we may be on our life's journey. We give special thanks for the bright, shining young men and women who we honor here today. We thank you for the chances and challenges that have shaped and formed them for this day, and for the excellent nurture and support given to them by their families and by the faculty, staff, and administration of the Gao School. We thank you especially for each one of these young men and women, for their unique gifts and strengths, for their courage and will to persevere through the best of times and the worst of times, and for the inspiration that they are to each other, to all of us, and to the world. We welcome your presence here among us now as we celebrate their achievements and mark this time of endings and new beginnings. Help us to savor this special moment in time and give us your joy in our hearts in this moment and always. And let all the people say together, Amen.
Thank you, Mother Ann. Good morning, Gao. Good morning. It is with great pleasure and immense pride that I welcome you to the 98th commencement of the Gao School. This is a joyous gathering to celebrate what has been, by all accounts, an incredibly productive and rewarding school year. Though I could spend all morning highlighting the accomplishments of all of our students, our attention today is squarely focused on recognizing our graduates with a well-deserved send-off. I would like to take a moment to read our school's mission statement. It is central to our commitment to serving students with dyslexia and language-based learning differences, and it informs every major decision that we make as a school. It can also be found in your programs. A leader and innovator in dyslexia education with a commitment to the values of kindness, respect, honesty, and hard work. Since 1926, the Gao School has been helping students to succeed in higher education and beyond as creative, compassionate adults and engaged citizens. Engaged citizens. Hold on to that thought. I'll circle back to it in a moment. It's also relevant on this occasion to share our recently completed and Gao's first land acknowledgement statement. A statement that was crafted by the students and faculty representatives of our Culture Committee. It reads, "The Gao School acknowledges that our campus is situated on the land once belonging to the Haudenosaunee people, and we pledge to honor their enduring presence." Thank you, Culture Committee, for this important initiative. I'm deeply grateful to the parents of our graduates who partnered with us on this incredible journey, a journey that for some commenced 7 years ago when you joined Gao in the middle school, or even longer if you had an older sibling attend. Along the way, we have shared the common objectives of instilling personal growth, academic confidence, and leadership. We prioritize character development by shaping students into kind and respectful young adults. We as parents and teachers expected the physical bumps and the emotional bruises, and we leveraged those setbacks to teach powerful lessons of resilience and perseverance. Quite simply, we couldn't do it without your steady support and encouragement. Would the parents of our graduates please stand so that we may recognize you? Joining us on the stage this morning is Mr. Dan Reninga, Vice President of the Gow School Board of Trustees. Dan is one of our few local trustees and one of 25 members who currently serve on our board. Our Board of Trustees guide and protect our school's mission in trust with the highest ethical standards. They carefully steward our financials and provide institutional oversight of the fiscal management of the school. This year, among many accomplishments, they were instrumental in launching the Howard Hall project. We are extremely fortunate to have such a hardworking, devoted Board of Trustees. Thank you, Mr. Reninga, and your fellow trustees for your steadfast leadership. It's heartwarming to see so many alums in the audience today as they remind us of the transformative power of a Gow School education. Thank you, Gow alumni, for your continued commitment to your school, and welcome home. Could I have those alumni that are in the audience stand up? I'm just curious to see how many we have. Come on, stand up. Though I don't see him in the audience, and he may have slipped in, I do want to thank Mr. Rogers for the impact that he has had on all of you and our graduating seniors. So if he's hiding out there, wave your hand, maybe not, but let's give a round of applause to Mr. Rogers. He may make an appearance later on. I now want to take a moment to recognize the Gow School faculty and staff. The young women and men graduating today have each undergone a transformation. Some joined the Gow community as sixth graders, while others entered as juniors and seniors. Some arrived confident and unabashed, others shy and reclusive. The journey to Gow for most of them, however, was bumpy, often including unsuccessful stops at other schools. Many arrived as broken learners. Regardless of how and what state they arrived, they have emerged as well-rounded, confident young men and women. It does not happen overnight, and there is no magic wand. The transformation is a direct result of the dedication and relentless effort of the Gow School faculty and staff. Their passion for teaching dyslexic thinkers and students with learning differences is boundless. They inspire me on a daily basis, and it's my privilege to lead this talented and determined group. The overwhelming sense of community that envelops our school starts with our faculty and staff. It is intentional, and they assume great responsibility in protecting the unique culture of community that defines us. The legacy shaped by the class of 2024 and the lives they live moving forward is directly linked to the impact of their Gow teachers. I ask that our faculty and staff please rise, and audience join me in thanking them for the differences they have made and will continue to make in the lives of our graduates. I would now like to direct a few thoughts to our graduating seniors. I may try to angle the podium without breaking anything here so I can see them. To our graduates, I expect that most of you have felt at some point during your years at Gow the feeling of being trapped in the Gow bubble, meaning that this community that we call Gow is insular and that our community is carefully protected within this bubble. The bubble has safeguarded you from outside distractions and provided an environment where you can focus on your academic and personal growth. Within this bubble, you have learned to care for one another, and you have frequently gone out of your way to mentor and guide our younger students. In this bubble, you have been nurtured, supported, challenged, loved, and parented. Many of you have grown comfortable in the Gow bubble and probably hoping to settle into a new cozy bubble when you get to college next year. Spoiler alert, your Gow bubble is officially about to pop. As you exit this bubble today and join communities across the globe in the fall, you will feel confident but scared, excited but nervous, motivated but uncertain. No worries, you've got this. You have been prepared by the best, and you will find success. My challenge to you as you embark upon this next chapter of your journey is to lead with curiosity and courage. Curiosity. No longer in the bubble, you are entering a complicated, crazy, and often divisive world. Tensions that may have been discussed occasionally at Gow will likely be magnified on your college campus next year. Be curious about the world and all the political and social issues that dominate the headlines. Resist the temptation to immediately pick a side. Rather, ask questions about the issues that matter most to you. You will bring with you a set of beliefs that you already feel strongly about, but please be willing to ask more questions to further inform your voice and to solidify your feelings and opinions on the matters that mean the most to you. And never think that you know it all. Always be curious to listen to others' perspectives. Courage. When you find your voice and when you are confident in the things you believe in, demonstrate the courage to stand up for those beliefs. More importantly, have the courage to talk with and to thoughtfully listen to those classmates that don't agree with your beliefs. And please don't hide from these face-to-face conversations by posting mean-spirited rants on social media. That would be cowardice, the opposite of courage. Rise above the mean-spirited discourse and show the courage to respect the opinions and beliefs of those you may disagree with. Though it may feel easier to not take a side and to just avoid these tensions and disagreements, show the courage to participate in these conversations. As stated in our mission, become an engaged citizen. Curiosity and courage. Please pack these two items in your luggage right next to hard work, honesty, kindness, and respect when you head off to college in just a few short months. Congratulations, class of 2024. Noelle Friel.
A lot of people are going to be crying up here. I hope not to be the first, but I already lost this morning, so we'll see. Hi, my name is Noelle Friel, and I had the privilege of serving as a student body council president this past year. Firstly, I'd like to recognize all the other members of the student council, especially my VP, Josie. Without you, the success that we had this year would have not been possible. I would also like to recognize student council's faculty advisors, Ms. Nakajima, Ms. Mirsky, and Mr. Sandrowski. You guys may have bickered like exhausted parents, fighting over whose turn it was to change the baby's diaper, but you guys were the best. You guys sacrificed so much of your free time to make our experience here better, and I'm gonna miss you guys next year. This year was full of accomplishments. We were able to start off our year by celebrating the varsity soccer team as they defended their championship. On top of our traditional events like Winter Carnival and prom, we continue to reach out to our local community through haunted houses and our new Hopland Hoopla, which included an Easter egg hunt for local kids. These two events brought almost 1,000 people onto the Gow campus. Student Council also hosted Sunday night activities like trivia and movie night. And of course, weekly Minute to Win It during assemblies. And who could forget our karaoke nights? Shout out to Ju Young and Lade for performances we would truly never forget. Of course, All of these activities would not have been possible without all of you guys. So thank you. To the senior class, thank you for all your support this year and for your leadership and for being good role models for the underclassmen. We grew together, we supported each other, and you guys all suck at go-karting. Yeah. Since dyslexia is hereditary, I'll see you guys at Parents' Weekend. To the underclassmen, view every challenge as a chance to grow, every setback as a lesson, and every doubt as fuel for your journey. Remember to live by the 4 pillars: kindness, respect, honesty, and hard work. And please, 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 don't take your time here for granted. To Finley, the Gal School is so lucky to have you. I can't wait to hear about all the things that you accomplish next year. I'm so sorry. I made her cry. You're gonna be a great president. We love you. You're gonna do great things. Lastly, I'd like to thank Mr. Monroe for his unconditional support of the Student Council. Mr. Monroe, you were so open to all of our ideas. You truly listened to the students, and you played a big role in making this year so much fun. So thank you. In the mornings, me and Josie like to start off the day by doing a little joke. So, you ready for one last joke?
Why are friends like snow? They disappear if you pee on them.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, peace out. Peace out!
Good morning. Let me just fix this. Good morning. My name is Peter Moss. As a 12th grade student council representative, I have the pleasure of presenting the class of 2024 senior gift. The class of 2024 and our families will be purchasing new furniture for the Isaac Arnold Library in Orton Study Hall. This year's senior gift will include seating pods and comfortable chairs for collaborative and quiet study in those 2 spaces. A plaque will tell future students and families that the furniture was a gift from the class of 2024 and our families. Our class hopes that this new furniture will be enjoyed by Govians for years to come. We know that this new furniture will be a great addition to GAO. On behalf of the entire class of 2024, we are grateful to everyone who helped make this gift possible. Thank you.
Wearing a dress. This is the Lowell Lundell Excellence in Teaching Award. Would Mr. Howe please come to the podium? It's technically a lectern, but everybody calls it a podium. The Lundell Award is given to that faculty member selected by their colleagues who has shown excellence in teaching through kindness, respect, honesty, and hard work. As we gather here to celebrate the class of 2024, I would just like to take a moment to say a few words in honor of Mr. Neil Howe, since great schools only come from great teachers. A few years ago, you, Mr. Howe, said of me, "You and I knew Mr. Lundell. We are among the few who remember him. He was respected and had high expectations for his students and faculty, as you do. Link was deeply aware of struggle, the GAO model, and just like you, its long-run value. You, Mr. Howe, are the first recipient of this award who is also an alumnus. Link Lundell, David Gow, Mark Kimball, among others, were all your teachers. They are giants, and we both learned a great deal from them. Interestingly, you and your family currently live in the same house Peter Gow and his family used during the summer of 1923, when the first students ever came to South Wales. He would be quite proud of you, as we all are. Mr. Howe graduated in 1991, and like the class of 2024, his class of graduates was full of great scholars, athletes, mechanics, and artists. He ran cross-country and was on the Guy Fawkes Committee. He also wrote his lengthy American research paper for Mark Kimball on John Locke's two treatises of government. After graduating from Muskingum University in Ohio, Mr. Howe worked for several years in eastern Pennsylvania, where he is from, only to find himself back in South Wales, teaching RL under Kathy Rose, and living in the shoebox apartment in Templeton. His love of history could not keep him away for too long, however, and Mr. Howe joined the history department a few years later. He has taught at various times world history, European history, American history, economics, and business seminar. He has also coached outdoor education, squash, and wrestling, among others. He earned his master's degree in history while teaching, coaching, and supervising Ellis Dormitory and raising a family. None of this was easy. Mr. Howe is a resolute student of history, and I appreciate his deep interest in the subject. We often find ourselves discussing some obscure topics such as Protestant theology, the Battle of Moscow, or our secret envy of the Venerable Bede. It's quite a party. Mr. Howe is my good friend and longtime confidant. He instinctively knows what does and does not work for his students. He knows because he knows himself. In the more than 25 years I have known him, I have never known Mr. Howe to give up on a student. When others turn and walk away, he will relentlessly keep at it with a tenacious concern and deep love for his students to help them turn a corner. All glory is fleeting, you may remind yourself each day, Mr. Howe, and Cincinnatus may return to his plow. But the work you have wrought will echo throughout this valley for many years to come. The students you have raised will accomplish amazing things with your stamp upon their character. Please join me in congratulating Mr. Neil Howe.
Who's supposed to be the manager? Wasn't going to be me. Who's going to be the manager? Let's get a photo. John is. Thank you, Tom.
Congratulations, Mr. Howe. Very well deserved. Mr. Gialonzo, thank you for those very thoughtful words. It's now my honor to present the Norma and Vesta Howard Award. The Norma and Vesta Howard Award, named in honor of Gow's second headmaster and his wife, is presented to that student who, through talents, perseverance, and will to succeed, represents the highest levels of achievement at Gow. It gives me great honor to present this award to Grace Nolan.
And now for the main event, the senior speeches and presentation of diplomas. The crimson stole that adorns the blue or white gown of the indicated members of the class of 2024 marks the achievement of excellence and an honors diploma. Members of the National Honor Society are wearing the traditional gold cord, and it is now my privilege to individually introduce the members of the class of 2024 to present their graduation speeches. Sergio Cuesta Callejas.
Good morning. My name is Sergio Cuesta. I'm from Ambato, Ecuador. I have been at Cal for 1 year. In the fall, I will be attending Tulane University. First of all, I want to thank my parents for giving me the opportunity to attend this school to improve my English. A phrase that has meant a lot in my day-to-day life is, every effort and sacrifice has its regard. And that's what my parents have always told me, especially before coming to this school. Papá, mamá, quiero darles las gracias por el esfuerzo y sacrificio que hicieron por mí para poder venir a esta escuela que me ha aportado mucho en mi vida. I want to thank all my teachers because thanks to you, I have learned a lot. You have helped me achieve my main goal, which was to improve my English. Mr. Brown and Mrs. Mersky, thank you for helping me with the process of getting into college. Thanks to all my friends for making this year fun and for helping me with everything I needed. Seniors, thank you for receiving me in the best way, and I wish you the best of luck in the future. Thank you.
Easton Langford.
Hello, my name is Easton Langford. I have been at Gow for 4 years, and I'm from Palmer, Alaska, and next year I'll be going to Fort Lewis College. I would like to start off my speech by thanking Gow. Without this school and the faculty in it, I would not have graduated Gow. I would not have graduated high school. Before Gow, I lounged around doing the bare minimum and never accomplishing anything, digging myself deeper and deeper into a hole. But then I came here. Gow challenged me and made me do things I didn't think were possible. This place has truly helped me. And all it took was me traveling 4,100 miles across the country to start doing my homework. Next, I'd like to mention the best friend group I've had. Eagle, Philip, Peter, Jack, Xavier, Wyatt, Fede, Isaiah, and Bennett you all have helped me make some of the best memories I've ever had. And you did the impossible. You made Gow bearable. And for the guy who couldn't leave me, even when he wanted to, my roommate, Andrew, you've been my best friend for the past 2 years. And thanks for dealing with my bullcrap. Finally, I'd like to say thank you to the most important people in my life. Mimi, Maddie, Kate, my family, Mimi, Maddie, and Kate, Luke. I'm so grateful to be stuck with all of you. And I can't wait to see where you all go. I love you all. Mom, Dad, thank you. Without your constant support and faith in me and believing that I can achieve something, I would not be standing here. Mom, it takes a lot to raise 4 kids. But through it all, you were there for me and everybody who needed you. You were the best mother I could have asked for. I love you. And Josh, thank you for stepping up. You have been one of the greatest role models to me. Without you, I would not be the man I am today and the man I will become. Thank you. And now for my piece of advice to the underclassmen. The words of Winston Churchill. He said, if you're going through hell, keep going. That means when things get rough, keep pushing through. Thank you.
Kaylee Miller. Ready?
Good morning. My name is Kaylee Miller. I'm from Kinderhook, New York, and I have been at the Gal School for 2 lengthy years. In the fall, I will be attending Hudson Valley Community College. The summer of my first year at Gal, I had an incident that landed me in the hospital for 4 weeks. Unable to go outside, I was left with one message from Mr. Marshman: "Tell Kaylee to make a paper hat for me." This made the whole experience a lot easier since it gave me a reason to get out of bed and a reason to smile. For those of you who don't know, I would always make a paper hat in Mr. Marshman's class and leave them all over his classroom. My second year at Gal was harder than the first. I had a new dorm parent and new roommate, but with Miss Garvey as my dorm parent, I was able to make it through the year. She made sure I didn't panic at all, and when one of the girls were sick, she would make sure we were safe and taken care of. She would care for the girls like they were her own, yelling at us like it too. Miss Garvey means a lot to me since she helped me communicate and even helped me when I had issues with others in the dorm. So basically, I was in her room every few days. Though I had a rough start at Gal, I managed to turn things around thanks to Miss Delvecchio, Miss Garvey, and Mr. Marshman, and my mother. They helped me a lot, and they were there for me when any problem arose. They almost always knew how to calm me down before any issue became anything serious. Miss Delvecchio always provided me with a safe place to breathe and always worrying about my heart rate. And Miss Garvey constantly pushed me to my limits because she knew I could do it, even telling me straight up when I was the one who was out of line. And my mom, thanks for always making sure I wasn't too stressed out, even coming up for a few days when things would get too hard. I would especially like to thank Mr. Marshman for being the father figure that I needed. He was there when things got too hard. He knows me better than I know myself. I have always thought it sounded silly when they said this place was like a home away from home, but now I get it. Thank you.
Bennett Parley.
Hello, my name is Bennett Parley, and I'm from Long Island, New York. I've been at Gal for over a little more than a year and a half, and I'm planning on going to SUNY Purchase in the fall to study psychology. If it wasn't for Gal, I'm 99.5% sure I wouldn't have graduated high school. Having the opportunity to learn in an environment where I felt supported was a big turning point and something I'm very grateful for. Here at Gal, I form relationships with teachers and friends that I wouldn't have made anywhere else. There's just something special about being here and the people you meet that's hard to find anywhere else. Thank you to those who had to put up with me all the time. Thank you for all the great memories we made along the way. Thank you to Mr. Jimenez for always keeping my head on straight and checking in when I first came to Gal. It was always a comfort to know I wasn't alone, and you always offered an open hand when I was going through rough times. Thank you, Mr. Brown, for giving me the opportunity to join everyone at choir. Thanks for letting me. The storm has passed and the sun is finally shining. Thanks for letting me borrow your umbrella in the meantime. And thank you to the best music teacher, Miss Nakajima, for all the long tops, her never losing faith in us, and for always spreading the joy of music. The music room was always like a second dorm room for me. I took a lot of naps in there. I stayed in there when everything hit the fan and even when it didn't. I guess I should apologize to all the teachers who were looking for me when I wasn't in the class. I was probably jamming with Miss Nakajima on the accordion. That's another special thing about this place. When I close my eyes, I can just imagine what it was like to be in that room. Finally, to my parents, Mom and Dad, thanks for always supporting me through difficult times and for all your help, giving me opportunities like this to jump over all the hurdles together and showing me what it means to be a family. Thank you to the rest of my family for giving me all your love and support through thick and thin. I appreciate all your help more than you know. It's been a real ride at Gal, and thank you to everyone for everything. Be well, and good luck to all in whatever comes next. Goodbye.
Andrew Park.
Good morning. My name is Andrew Barrett Park. I'm from Swickley, Pennsylvania, and this is the end of my second year at the Gow School. I want to begin this speech with a quote from Lord of the Rings. There's a scene in the Fellowship of the Ring where Frodo and Gandalf are sitting in the mines of Moria, having lost their way. Frodo wishes he had never been given the responsibility of destroying the ring. Gandalf responds by saying, "So do all who live to see such times. That is not for them to decide. All we must decide is what to do with the time that is given to us." Looking back at my last 2 years at Gow, I believe I have made the best of my time here. I have built a level of self-confidence, and I'm now able to complete a task by myself. Now, enough said about me, because I'd be lying if I were to say that I've made it this far just because of the work I've done. I want to thank my parents. My mom, thank you for always being there for me when I needed you to boost my confidence. Dad, thanks for sitting with me and helping me with work and memorizing chemistry vocab, which was a lost cause from the beginning. I could give a list of how you two have helped me, but we'd be here for hours. I want to mention my two sisters, Olivia and Cecily. Though there's been a lot of bickering, I love you too. Next, I want to thank my Gow teachers, especially Mr. Gullo for pushing me even though I'd given up on myself learning physics. I want to thank my dorm parents, Mr. Lindahl, Mr. C, and Mr. Rothis, for putting up with me for the past 2 years. I want to thank Mr. Menez and Miss Sullivan for listening to me when I had a problem. And thank you, Miss McQuestion, for all the tea you've given me. I want to thank my friends I've made here, Fede, Matt, Eagle, Wyatt, and Xavier from last year, and Yonke, Jack, Gannon, Bennett, Philip, and Colin from this year. Thank you to my friend Leah back home for staying in touch. I want to make a special shout out to my roommate Easton. I always considered you to be one of my best friends. I also want to thank my girlfriend Annalise for sticking by my side no matter what. Next year, I'll be attending Ithaca College. Mr. Monroe, I want to wish you good luck for your rest of time at Gow. The one piece of advice I would leave for the underclassmen, shout out to David, is not spend your time complaining. Smile and say, okay, and do it your way. Thank you.
Adam Loffer.
Good morning. My name is Adam Loffer, and I'm from Charlottesville, Virginia. I've been going to the Gow School for 2.5 years. In the fall, I'll be attending Lynn University. Before I came to Gow, I was told by my college counselor that I shouldn't get my hopes up about going to college. This was a wake-up call that I needed to go to a different school. That was when I found Gow. Gow has helped me in many ways. I became more social and more confident with trying new things. I've been accepted into over 10 colleges, which I was told would be impossible for me. There are many people I want to thank. First, I would like to thank my loving family. Although I might be a pain sometimes, I'm glad that we agreed for me to come to Gow. And for my friends, Kaylee and Michael, you guys are the reason I got through Gow. You were there for me when times got hard, and sometimes you guys were there the reason I got out of bed in the morning. Without you, I would have been in the room the whole year sleeping or playing video games. My Gow journey ends today, but a new journey is about to begin. Thank you.
Oliver Reynolds.
Milk, eggs, oh sorry, somebody's groceries list. Hello, I'm Oliver Reynolds. I'm from Jupiter, Florida. I've been attending the Gow School for 2.5 years, and I've made many memories that can't express how much I love. I want to thank Annalise Brower for being there for the longest. I've known her since she's gone on to the name IKEA. It was a fun one. I want to thank Isaiah for being my first roommate, and somehow my room is still as messy as we first met. But the teachers I want to thank this year are Michael Tibble. You've been an absolute charm, and you've taught me so many things and allowed me to bounce my ideas off of you. And I love everything all the time we've had together. And I want to thank Dr. Rennick too, for teaching me how to organize my thoughts and getting me really ready for college. I want to also thank Mr. Lindahl for teaching me how to do crew and giving me that exercise routine. And I also want to thank my father. You've spent so many dollars and time for me, and I want to thank you for that. To all my fellow Govians, I wish you the best.
Jules Ashton Blair.
Well, I'll try not to. Sorry if this is a bit stubby, I'm dyslexic. 622 treacherous days or 3 long years here at the Gow School. Hi everyone, I'm Jules Blair and I'm from Bozeman, Montana, and next year I'll be attending High Point University and studying hospitality. I was blessed this year with a wonderful schedule with all the best teachers. Thanks, Mr. Marshman. Miss Bowes, thank you for not killing me and Will when we sprayed water on each other and made jokes that shouldn't be allowed in art class. I wouldn't want to spend 4 classes with any other teacher. Miss Sully. We started off a bit rocky with the whole Christmas tree debacle and the Snoop on the stoop, and me and Maddie, just being me and Maddie. But I'm glad to say that it ended with lots of laughter and joy. Miss Mursky, you've helped me so much throughout this year with all my mental breakdowns and some delusion. Thank you for all the Starbucks and wonderful memories of college counseling. Mr. Jimenez, Mr. Jimenez. For the first time in my life, I looked forward to English class. Thank you for all the therapy sessions. You should really start charging kids for them. While sitting in RL class, I'm trying to figure out a word that would describe me and Carol's friendship, but I couldn't come up with one. Carol and I have hated each other, we've liked each other, and then we re-hate each other again. And then we got over ourselves and realized life is a whole lot better when we have each other. I can't wait to spend the next 4 years with you, Carol B. Toshidawa. We've been best friends for as long as I can remember, but you are more to me than just a friend. You are my sister. We've gone through everything together, and I know I would not be standing here today without you. Our little selves would be so proud of the people we've become. Sorry, okay. I was generously gifted with a family full of laughter and joy, most of the time. Hammer and Harrison, although y'all have given me many broken bones and made fun of almost everything about me, I wouldn't change anything about our relationship. Y'all both give me great examples and somewhat good advice. Jean Bean, you've given me a love of card games, amazing waffles, and you've been a wonderful role model. I'm very proud to be your granddaughter. But my ultimate inspiration comes from my best friends, the people that gave me my name and my life, my parents. You two never gave me any idea that I couldn't do anything besides maybe jump on trampolines and ice skate. You filled my life with wonderful memories and adventures. Thank you so much for all the opportunities and adventures you've given me. I'm forever grateful. I want to wish everyone up here good luck, and for all you down there, be nice to your teachers because life is a whole lot easier when they're on your side. We're finally done, class of 2024. I love you all. Peace out for the last time.
Sorry, I just have to clean the glitter off this podium right now. Annalise Brower.
Good morning, y'all. My name is Annalise Brower. I'm from Hudsonville, Michigan, and I've attended GAL for 3 years. I will be attending Muskingum University in the fall, studying neuroscience and geology. From day one, I was different. I cried nonstop for 9 months. As I grew up, I wouldn't respond to my name. I talked late. I threw tantrums whenever I had to switch tasks. I was often in my own world. Despite this, my family was always there for me, and I was happy. That all changed when I started kindergarten. I couldn't focus because all the cool rocks were outside. I didn't know the difference between a letter and a number till the 5th grade. I felt alone, and I almost cried every day. In 9th grade, I was still getting bullied, and classes were getting harder. When my mom found GAL, I was terrified, but coming here was the best decision. I discovered I could function on my own academically, and I learned how to make friends and maintain healthy friendships. And I met so many lovely people who helped me build my confidence. I'd like to thank some of them now. Andrew, you are such an incredible human being, whom I'm so fortunate to have met. Whatever you decide to do, you'll do great. Josie, thank you for being your fantastic self. Thank you, Oliver, for being the first true friend I've ever had. Ruben, thank you for being a blonde boy with a kind heart and a little bit of sass. Jack, thank you for your reactions to the unhinged things I said in English class about gaboon vipers, tornadoes, and other things I can't say legally. Thank you to my fellow seniors, last year's class, and the underclassmen. You guys mean the world to me, and I can never ask for a better band of scallywags. What I initially thought was impossible has now become a reality in the form of all of you. Thank you to all my teachers through the years. Mr. Parsons, words cannot express how nice it was to finally have a teacher who was interested in fossils as much as I was. Mr. Dibble, I know our class was very chaotic, but thank you for everything. Dr. Rennick, Ms. Nakajima, and Ms. Swirsky, thank you for listening and helping me with my teenage angst during the saga. Finally, I would like to thank my family. Without their constant support, I would not be here today. Mom, thank you for always caring about my well-being. Dad, thank you for helping me all these years and for giving me fantastic advice and pretty baller quotes. To my siblings, thank you for making me want to leave home faster. In all seriousness, you guys are fantastic. Nana, G-Pa, and company, thank you for being the most swag family ever. Now, this wouldn't be my speech without at least one Ninjago quote. Is it impossible, or are we only confined to the walls we build ourselves? Thank you.
Charles Kelleher.
Oh man, I'm waiting for this thing. Holy crap. Good morning. My name is Charlie Kelleher. I'm from Ryan, New York, and I've been at GAL for 3 years. In the fall, I'll be attending Curry College in Milton, Massachusetts, and I'm planning on studying communications and my childhood dream of music. One of the things I will miss about GAL is the art showcase. I was always excited for it. My first year, I practiced songs and performed with the band thanks to Mr. Anderson. The last 2 years, I've done solos. I love the challenge of preparing and performing thanks to Ms. Nakajima. When I got up on stage, I loved showing my true self. There's a lot of people at Yale, students and teachers alike, that helped me on my journey here. Shout out to Mr. Bray for having a real impact on me during cross country, and of course, math class. I can never forget about that math class, Jules. Mr. C, where is he? Oh, there he is. Mr. C, you were my very first advisor when I came here, and now I'm finishing my senior year with you as a teacher. I've come full circle. There's a lot more teachers that I can thank, but I will thank them in person later. As for friends, there's a lot of students here I want to recognize. Shout out to Owen, David, PJ, Ishan, Ronan, both Jacks, Grace, Ethan, who is one of my oldest friends. We've been friends for before Gao. And of course, one of my best friends, Michael. Stand up, buckaroo. Mike, you have been my day one. I don't know what I would have done without you. This duo would not be unstoppable. It would be unstoppable. Oh, crap. I also want to thank my childhood best friends from my hometown. Henry, we have been friends for so long. You are like my second brother, and you'll always be my first best friend. There you go. Kate, you were also my best friend and my biggest supporter. Sean, you have been by my side since the first grade. I would have asked it anyway. Haley, you have been a great friend to me for so many years. Thank you. I want to thank my family. Mom, thanks for everything, especially getting me guitar lessons years ago after COVID hit. Dad, thanks you for believing in me in my passion for music. Bridget, you have been the best sister a person could ask for. I know college would be a challenge, but I know you have my back. Daddy, thank you for being the best little brother I could ask for and share a room with. If I could give one piece of advice for the underclassmen, it would be never give up on your dreams and to follow your heart. Thank you, and God bless the class of 2024.
Peter Moss.
My name is Peter Moss, and I'm from Jackson, Wyoming. I have been at Gow for 3 years, and I will be attending the Masters University in California next year. I want to thank God for giving me life and having a plan for my life. I want to thank my parents for sending me to Gow. Gow has made me ready for college and has changed my life for the better. All my teachers here have helped me discover the subjects that I love. The teachers here are the best part of the school. I would like to thank my physics teacher, dorm parent, and advisor, Mr. Gullo, for teaching me the 2 hardest classes I have taken at Gow while still having a fun class, and also for leading the Dungeons & Dragons Club. Thank you, Mr. Dibble, for teaching me how to explore ideas about different literature and for talking with me about C.S. Lewis and theology. Thank you, Dr. Rennick, for pushing me with my senior's honors thesis and helping me every step of the way. Thank you, Mr. Brown, for letting me come to Hill House so I could help on homework and finish tests. Thanks also for teaching me about the Episcopal Church. Thank you, Mr. Sandrowski, for teaching me that you can stack as many lasagnas as you want and it will just make one big lasagna. I also want to thank you, Ms. Mirsky and Ms. Nakajima, for helping with Student Council, which was a ton of fun this year. I'm going to end with a quote I like from one of my favorite authors, C.S. Lewis. If you never take any risks, you'll never accomplish great things. Everybody dies, but not everybody has lived. Thank you.
Ruben Mulholland Zofchin.
Hello, my name is Ruben Mulholland Lufchin. I have been here for 2.5 years. There are some great times and some not good times over the years. But what got me through is knowing that I won't be in high school forever. And now that my time at Gow is over, I'm thankful to the teachers who helped me get here. This school has stretched my potential and pushed me to achieve more than I have ever achieved before. I would like to thank my parents for always having my back and believing in me through everything. I would like to thank my grandparents for loving me my whole life and supporting me. I would also like to thank my brother. Even though we haven't always gotten along, you will always be my brother and someone I love. Again, I would like to thank my teachers for all they have done for me over the years. In the fall, I will be attending Mount Allison University, studying humanities with the hope of going to grad school for anthropology. Thank you.
Isaiah Whitman.
Hello, my name is Isaiah Whitman, and I'm from Lewisburg, Pennsylvania, and this was my 3rd year at the Gow School. Next year, I will be attending Pennsylvania College of Technology and studying HVAC and building construction. I want to thank my parents, Rachel and Gabe, for giving me the opportunity to come to this school and get a better education. The next person I want to thank is Marty O'Connor. Marty, thank you for all that you have done for me at the fire hall. I also would like to thank the William Cameron Engine Company. For those of you who don't know, I've been a volunteer firefighter in the South Wales through the school's firefighter program, and I'm also a volunteer back at home. To everyone at the fire hall here in South Wales and everyone back at home has taught me a lot. From how to fight fires and run EMS calls to learn how to cook. They're great people and are like my second family. I also want to give a shout out to Josie Ogilvie. Thank you for your dedication to the community. I want to give thanks to Mr. Lindell and Mr. Bablocki. Thank you for teaching me in the manufacturing process and robotics and helping us build a combat robot. I really enjoyed the class. I also want to give thanks to my English teachers, Mr. Garvey, Mr. Ames, and Mr. Dibble. You have made me a better writer, and now I can write essays pretty much on my own, with just a little bit of help here and there. Thank you. After college, I'm hoping to become an HVAC technician and start my own business. Gal has helped me set up for success. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Jack Fitzpatrick.
All right. Oh God, that is a lot of people. Hi there, everyone. If you didn't hear my name just a second ago, I'm Jack Fitzpatrick, and I've been at the Gow School for 3.5 years. When I first heard about Gow, I was 12 years old. That's when I did the 5 weeks of the summer program back in 2017. Even though I barely remember much from then, all the organizational stuff I learned really helped me over the years. Then COVID hit. Trying to stay focused during those long hours at home got to me, which made my inability to write even worse. Trying to find a solution, my mom and I took the drive up to see Gow in November of 2020. 2 months later, I was moving in and starting classes. First few days were obviously confusing, but thanks to the help of my classmates and teachers, I quickly felt like I was making progress. My reading comprehension was getting better and my writing was improving tenfold. The big thing was that I was able to be around people my age without having to talk to them through a digital wall. While the last few years have been rough in spots, I've been proud of what I've been able to accomplish. I don't think I would have been able to say to myself, hey, I finished that movie or paper or diorama I was working on without the help I've gotten here. In the fall, I'll be making my next move studying film at Ithaca College. Now, I want to thank the best two tour guides I could have ever gotten, Wyatt Witten and Michael Yankee. You guys were a huge reason I wanted to come to this school. On top of Wyatt and Yankee, I can't thank people like Gabe, Andrew, Easton, and so many others enough for being great friends. To all my English teachers, you have all made my writings go from incoherent babbling to something I couldn't have imagined years ago. And Miss Baust, you've been the best film teacher I could have ever asked for. I also want to give a huge shout out to the people who helped me make my film this year, Gal of the Dead. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have had a great final senior movie. Lastly, thank you so much, Mom and Dad, for helping me push through the end. I have no other good way to end it, so I'll just finish off with this. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye.
Toby Atherton.
Good morning. My name is Toby Atherton. I'm from Red Creek, New York, and I've been at GAO for 4 years. I plan on attending Geneseo next fall. Throughout my time at GAO, I have grown significantly as a person. When I started here, I would barely talk to anyone that wasn't Grace or Josie, and even though many of my teachers would still say I'm the quietest in class, I now ask for help, ask questions, and in some classes, I even help other students, which is a huge improvement from just nodding my head. In my 4 years here, I've made many friends and I've met many people that have helped me along my high school journey. I would like to extend my thanks to Grace for being my best friend since the moment I met her on my first day here. Thanks for sticking with me to the end. I enjoyed our late night conversations about everything, even when we're supposed to be going to bed, and all the many, many memories we've made. Josie, thank you for becoming one of my closest friends throughout our 4 years here. I've loved having conversations with you, complaining about advanced biocalculus and just life in general, and hanging out in the middle of the field. Thank you for also being my hairstylist. Thank you to everyone else that has helped me navigate my life, but I'm trying to keep this as short as possible because I really hate public speaking. I've enjoyed my time here at GAO, but now I'm ready to leave and start the next chapter of my life. Thank you.
Philip Dotterer.
Good afternoon. My name is Russell. I'm a wilderness explorer in Tribe 54, Sweat Lodge 12. Are you in need of any assistance today, sir? Wait, wrong speech. Good morning. My name is Philip Dotterer. I'm from Charleston, South Carolina. I've been going to GAO for 4 years. I will be going to Clemson University in the fall to study mechanical engineering. GAO has helped me in many ways. It's helped me figure out how to do the homework I didn't want to do. I still don't like reading, so I've learned how to skim books and focus on things that don't require a lot of reading. I'd like to thank Amelia, Isaiah, Bennett, Gabe, Peter, and many other people for my good memories here. I'd also like to thank Mr. Lindahl and Mr. Bablocki for everything in robotics, and Mr. Gallo for the fun physics classes. I'd also like to thank Mr. Dibble and Mr. Jimenez for making English class fun. Mr. Jimenez, thanks for getting me food too. Finally, I'd like to thank my parents for letting me come here just because I wanted to do robotics. Goodbye, everybody. I'm ready to leave. Thank you.
Noel Friel.
You guys can't get rid of me just yet. A couple hours ago, but this is really surreal. It's crazy seeing you guys. I mean, Peter got a diploma. I love you, Peter. I love you. Whew. Okay. Hi, my name is Noel. For some reason, writing the speech was one of the hardest assignments I've ever had here. I pushed off writing the speech for weeks until I realized that not writing the speech would not stop the inevitable graduation. On top of that, Mr. Thompson would make me write the speech whether I wanted to or not. So here I am, standing in front of you on this bittersweet day. To begin, I'd like for all of you to imagine me, but at 14, darker hair, shy, and arguably more awkward. As you know, things changed. I started dyeing my hair. But on a more serious note, although it's cliche, Gao has truly changed my life in ways that only the faculty, parents, and past students would understand. Of course, I would not be the person I am today without the people in this very room. I'd especially like to thank my parents. They believed in me and fought for me even when I had given up. To every single one of my friends, you guys have made these years so memorable, and I will have so many killer stories to tell one day. To my teachers, especially Mr. Brown, Mr. Gullo, and Mr. Howe, your commitment to your student are incredible, and I hope to find a teacher half as good as you guys in college. To Mr. Marshman, thanks for always being there to talk, and I'll miss you bringing me food, but I won't be that far away, so you can always drive up. To the Garveys and Sandrowskis, thank you for making this place feel less like school and more like home. I'll leave it at that. For right now, words cannot describe the gratitude I feel for this school and every single person in it. Leaving this place is like having to wake up on Saturdays for school for 4 years. It's unbearable. But today is the day that I leave the Gao School, and it breaks my heart to leave these people. But I can't wait for the next chapter. Peace out, guys.
Just before I introduce the next speaker, I'd like to invite Jude Ogilvie up on the stage, please, by the American flag. Jude. You can if you want, yeah, just. Oh, you picked the Canadian flag, good choice. Josephine Ogilvie.
Hi, I'm Josie Ogilvie. I'm from New Lebanon, New York, and I have been here for 4 years. I think the only real way to sum it up is with the people who I have to thank. Thank you to everyone who laughed at my morning jokes. They did not always land, but that really did. Thank you to the teachers who pushed me beyond what I believed I was capable of, especially Mr. Marshman for being one of the girls, Mrs. Fisher for teaching me how to do my hair, Miss Sullivan for having Ellis's best cat, among other things, and Miss Nakajima, because you may be a rat, but you're also a queen. Thank you to my wonderful friends, Toby, Finley, Shay, Annalise, and Isaiah. There are so many others, and I really hope they remember I exist past today. Thank you to the random things and people that helped me get here. Amtrak, Garnet Street, Elizabeth, Taylor Swift, Nene and Freddie, Top Ramen, and Melissa Sandrowski. Thank you all for everything. And thank you to my dorm parents, who had to deal with the fact that I never got past the homesick phase, even after 4 years. Most importantly, thank you to my parents for creating a home so loving and warm that I wanted to be there so badly. And thank you to my brother Jude for leaving behind big shoes at this place and letting me learn that I don't necessarily have to fill them. Thank you, Gao, and everyone who made it great. That's it.
Go get your diploma. Mike Ryan.
Hi, my name is Mike Ryan. I'm from Mifflintown, Pennsylvania, and this is my 4th year at the Gal School. I will be attending Penn Tech in August. My time at Gal has been a roller coaster. I would like to start off by thanking Mr. Jimenez for being there for me when I needed it the most. Thanks for all the talks about what new horror movies to watch and what concerts to go to. Next, I would like to thank Mr. Bailey. You've made my years at Gal more fun, from when I beat you in 2K to the math in your econ, which was not fun, to a great golf season this year. Thank you. I would also like to thank Mr. Dibble for being a great basketball coach. I know we never won a championship, but it was a lot of fun playing for you all these years. Thank you. I want to thank all my friends too. You know who you are. Thank you, boys, for being there for me and for all the legendary memories we've made and for the ones we're going to make this summer. Lastly, I would like to thank my parents and grandparents. Mom, Dad, thank you for putting up with me all these years and for the sacrifices you've made to get me to this point. I know how hard it was, and I know I'll never be able to thank you enough for giving me an amazing opportunity. Pap, Mamo, thank you for bringing me to and from school, whether it was on break or to a sprint car race at the beginning of the year, or getting me and my friends Tim Hortons after our basketball games. You didn't have to come up all these times, but I'm really glad you did. And to Pap and Nana, thank you for always looking after me and making sure I always came back to school with a bunch of snacks. I wish all the students and teachers well, and to the boys, it's going to be weird not seeing you guys next year. Don't do anything stupid when I'm gone. Thanks, everyone.
Colin Stockfish.
Hi, my name is Colin Stockfish. I'm from Groton, Massachusetts, and I've been at Gal for 4 years. I've been accepted into Pennsylvania College of Technology. First, I would like to thank my parents for giving me this opportunity to come to a boarding school, even though it was far away and in the middle of nowhere. I would also like to thank all my teachers for supporting me through my journey at Gal. I would especially like to thank Mr. Jimenez for helping me learn the ways of Gal. I'm going to miss going to your class and talking with you. One of my favorite memories at Gal is when we won the soccer championship for the second time in the past 2 years. Mr. Gullo, thanks for leaving the team. You broke the curse. One thing I will miss at Gal is staying up with my friends and watching movies at night and spending time with them. Some advice I have for younger classmen is keep pushing through no matter how hard it seems. Thank you.
Charles Toth.
Good morning. My name is Charlie Toth. I'm from South Bend, Indiana, and I attended Gal for 4 years. I made a good memories here at Gal, from going on the current trips, singing shades with Mr. Avis and Miss Najima, to participating in the robotic competition this year. Current was a lot of fun. I improved every time I went current and tried new strategy to avoid throwing the rock out of the zone. Gal has helped me in many ways. It helped me learn to stay organized and included in my dorm room. I also learned to slow down with homework and how to study. I'd like to thank all my teachers, but especially Ms. McCutcheon, Mr. Bray, Mr. Menace. They always helped me when I was having a rough day. To learn the class, my advice is to do more activities, take advantage, and weekend trips. Stay out of the Gal Center on Saturday evening and form clubs that interest you. Finally, I want to thank my mom and dad for letting me come here and for helping me reach this stage today. I would also like to thank my aunt, uncle, grandma for everything they've done for me. In the fall, I will be attending Manchester University to study American education and special education. Thank you.
Gannon McLaughlin.
Top of the morning, y'all. My name's Gannon McLaughlin. I'm from Dutch Harbor, Alaska. I've been at Gal for 5 years. Wiz Khalifa once said, high school, it's the best of times, it's the worst of times. And that quote describes it best. From spending all of last week in Mr. Chafin's office to winning championships with the guys I'd call brothers, that quote just hits it on the head. Though I don't think I learned much in high school, I definitely learned a lot about people. For example, if you're having seizures, don't laugh it off until Mrs. Chafin has to take you to the nurses in the middle of assembly. Another thing I learned is how powerful a community is. In my town, people tend to turn on each other when put in the heat. But at Gal, we kind of watch out for each other. Not only that, but we also do what we can to keep each other in check, which really goes to show how close we are. As much as Gal is one big chaotic family, I feel like I've learned a lot about individuality. To start, I no longer have teachers chasing me down during study hall. But I've also realized it's not always about what the group wants. Sherman Alexie once said, life is a struggle between being an individual and being a member of the community. We've all had a situation where your gut tells you one thing, but the group tells you the opposite. It's an anxious decision to make, but when handed this card, all you can do is take your thought process away from the group and ask, is this in best interest for me? As hard as it is to learn how to step away, you'd be surprised how many times I've sailed around trouble using that question. Here I am talking about individuality as if I learned it on my own. My first shout out's going to Mr. Jimenez for being my first English teacher here and being my third period therapist. Also, I'm shouting out Mr. Zola for being the certified one. Third period's getting a whole shout out itself as well, because y'all just made that part of the day special. Shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Chafin for dealing with Todd the tumor and all my tomfoolery throughout the years. Plus, Mrs. Chafin would have my head on a peg if I didn't shout her out. Some more teacher shout-outs to Miss Sullivan, Miss Del Vecchio, and Miss Nakajima for dealing with my nonsense and letting me yap about anything. I'd like to shout out my mom, my grandma, my sister, and the family over in Scotland as well. You know, as Bloods, we gotta stick together. And a real shout-out to the OGs, Mike, Colin, Sergio, Bennett, Jack Fitzpatrick, Shep and Susan, John, Kale, Jay Glizzy, Calum, Adam, Mo, Kareem, Michael Yonke, and of course, Lil Homie. I'm giving my first mic to Adam and Mo. They're the next upcoming rappers from Rogers Ivy. I wish the best of luck to the class of 2025 and the faculty as well. Guinea Poo signing out.
Peggy, sorry about the shoes. I tried. William Fisher.
Good morning and hello to all. My legal government name is William Town Fisher. I am from the great town of Wexford, Pennsylvania. I have survived through 5 long years ago. In the fall, I will be heading to Montana State University. Like many students, my parents tricked me to get me to Torgau. I was told we were going on a ski trip. I ended up in the admissions building parking lot. Eventually, I did go skiing, though it truly might have been the iciest skiing I've ever done. Leaving Pennsylvania and others for school seemed very unrealistic for a while, until the fall of 2019, when I started my journey. Throughout this journey, I have made many memories and lots of friends. Living with Walker was a trip for 4 years. He had become a 6-year-old when he was sick, and the amount of water we spilled on the carpet could fill multiple bathtubs. Alex, being my personal Uber to Holiday Valley, was top-notch, especially when we got pulled over because someone desperately had to use the bathroom. Our class won't be forgotten, especially crafting my buildings or spraying Walker, Caroline, and Jules with water. I spent so much time in that room, my phone marked it as home. These are just a few memories I have made here, but there are many more that might be a bit inappropriate and unexpected, according to Ms. Faust. The first people I would like to thank are my mom and dad. This would probably be the first time I have ever thanked you for all that you've done to get me to this point, and it definitely won't be the last. To all my friends who have made this time here extremely memorable and fun, thank you. Alex, I never would have imagined after meeting you in the middle of nowhere in New Mexico that you would one day be someone who I can for sure say is my best friend. Walker, even though you're not here today, thank you for being one of the best roommates I have ever had, and the only roommate I've ever had. This year was not the same without our shenanigans, and I wish we were graduating together. Jules and Caroline, thank you for putting up with my stubbornness. Caroline, thanks for making me better at arguing. We all had some great times together. I'll miss you too next year. Don't have too much fun without me. Thank you to my teachers for helping me make it to this point. Mr. Jimenez, we started at the same time. You helped me through a lot and taught me many things. I will always remember our trips to the record store. Miss Vallis, I never would have imagined there'd be a class in school I would enjoy going to until being in yours, unless there was a PowerPoint assignment. As a dyslexic and a skier, I'd like to end by saying, protect your head, wear a helmet, and be safe. You only have one brain. Thank you.
Kieran Lofton.
Good morning. I'm Kieran Christian Wade Lofton. I'm from Edina, Minnesota. I've been at Gal for 5 years. Before I came to Gal, I struggled to fit in. My teachers didn't know what to do with me. I wanted to study science, but I needed extra time. My former school did not want to grant my accommodations. Finally, my parents asked if I wanted to go to Gal. That decision changed my life. If I hadn't said yes, I would never had the opportunity to meet my friends, take any classes with excellent teachers, build a robot whose motto was, stop hitting yourself, and truly feel the extravagance about the weather. Previous graduates often mention mother figure at Gal, but I had a father figure, Mr. Office. You were the first teacher and coach I connected with. I had a lot of fun in your class, but even more fun during the challenges on the high ropes courses, double black diamonds, and during rock climbing. Mr. Bray has been my cross-country coach, my geometry teacher, and my advisor. Being the captain of such a rambunctious team was a lot of fun. The inflatable couches were the best marketing decision we ever made. Thank you. Mr. Gullo, I had the honor of taking 2 of your classes, Honors Lab Physics and Advanced Physics. These classes taught me about failure and about being realistic. Although I was annoyed at times for grading, I learned a lot. Mr. Brown, I appreciate all the help you gave me in calculus. Sorry that I took too much of your free time. You saved me from a lot missing deadlines. Toby, Noel, and Bennett, squash wouldn't have been as fun without you 3. Playing until dinner time or until someone kicked us out was always exhilarating. I'll even miss playing pickleball with all of you. Gabe, you were the roommate and best friend that I did not deserve. Honestly, until you came during that second semester, I hated Gal. Over the 4.5 years I've known you, you became more like an older brother than anything. Aside from my family, no one has had my back more than you. Mom, during my second year at Gal, I realized how hard you worked. I didn't give you enough appreciation for it. Thank you. Mom and Dad, I wouldn't be here today without your sacrifices and support. I'm sorry that I didn't call home as much as I should have. Joaquin, I'm sorry that you had to deal with Dylan for 5 years in my absence and that we didn't get to fully grow up together. I hope we can make up for that lost time at Northeastern University. So many more people made my years exceptional. From the nurses to the dining staff, you all made a difference in my life and helped me become the person I am today. I will forever be grateful. Thank you.
And if I could invite James Brooke Bosley onto the stage, please. James. Caroline Brooke Bosley.
Oh, okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Caroline Brooke, and I'm from Portland, Oregon. I have been a gal for 6 long years, and gal's been a big part of my life, but I'm happy I'm finally graduating. And I'm sure my fellow seniors are too. I came here 6.5 years ago to visit my brother, and today I'm leaving with a diploma. So this fall, I'll be attending High Point University to study art because apparently I decided I need more color in my life than just the shades of white and gray that come around here every single winter. Being a gal for so long has, oh wait, did I already read that? No. Being a gal for so long has taught me a lot, but this day could not have come any sooner. I began my first day of 6th grade in a class with fewer students than the grade I was in. Shout out to Jack, Caleb, and Drew Young for being day ones. Sorry for ditching you. And that same day, the teachers started growing gray. But despite many classes and the fact that my teachers started dyeing their hair, gal has been an experience like no other. First and foremost, I want to thank Mr. Salerno for being like a step-in parent to me, keeping me in check and making sure I didn't completely lose my mind. Whether it was a much-needed pep talk during a particularly rough day or just me venting about the latest drama, you never failed to make time for me, and I truly appreciate everything you've done for me. To Ms. Bows, to Ms. Mirsky, you guys were always there to support my delusions and push me to be my best. I don't know what I would have done without you guys in my corner, always giving me advice, and I plan on bringing you to college with me, so be prepared for that. I also want to shout out Ms. Chafin, Ms. Soli, Mr. Jimenez, and Mr. C for being my unpaid therapists. Sarah and Anave for always keeping it real. Stick together next year, because you guys are going to need it. Will and Walker, I'm so glad I moved art tables and we all became friends. I don't know what I would have done without you guys. Will and Jules, if I was just allowed to sit with you guys at assembly, I wouldn't have needed to switch grades, but here I am. Sorry, Mr. Marshman. Jules, we went from friends to enemies, then back to friends, then to enemies again, and then back to being friends. And I'm glad we've stayed that way because you guys are my home away from home, and I love you so much. No, just you, not guys, I don't know. To Claudia and Ketsley, you guys are my second family, and I don't know what I would do without you guys. And lastly, to my mom, thank you for being my biggest cheerleader with endless patience, and even moving across the country for James and I. I'm so grateful to call you my mom, and I love you so much. Thank you for always believing in me, even when you were getting calls from Mr. Chafin, like every other week. You've always been my #1 supporter. I'd like to finish with a quote from Grey's Anatomy, which I probably should have listened to more often. Never be afraid to stand up for yourself, but just make sure you're right when you do it. After 2,031 days of being a student here, I can proudly say to all of you, you have one more speech to listen to. Goodbye.
Tyler Schofield.
Hi, my name is Tyler Schofield, and I have been at the Gal School for 7 years. I am what they call a lifer. In the fall, I will be attending Villa Maria College to study film, editing, and animation. Gal has taught me to use my talents and to never give up on my dreams. This school has always made me feel like I am part of the Gal family. We look out for each other and support each other. One teacher who has always believed in me and supported my creativity is Mrs. Bows. She helped me find my passion for film and editing. I would like to say thank you for her support these past few years. I will sure miss you a lot. I know it is not easy to deal with a child who has learning disabilities that
is why I am so grateful to my parents for finding the Gao School for me. I know it was a hard decision, but it was the best choice for me. A very special thank you to my mom and dad, for my mom for always being there for me and working hard to help me. Mom and Dad, you always know how to show your love and support. To my sister Lexi, I know we don't always get along, but I know I can always count on you. To my grandparents, thank you for all the love and support in everything. I do. Everything I do. Sorry. Grandpa, you are so special to me. And have taught me so much, especially how to work hard and to do my best. I will never forget that. As you say, quite excellently done. To all my classmates, I will sure miss seeing you every day. I wish you all good luck in the futures. We are also lucky to be here. Congratulations, class of 2024. Go make your dreams come true. Thank you.
Stay on your feet, guys. Stand up. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my honor to present the graduates of the Gao School Class of 2024.
All right, we're not quite to the finish line yet. Congratulations, seniors. Quite a shoe display this afternoon or this morning. It's my honor to present the Peter Gao Jr. Award. In honor of the founder of the school, this award is the highest honor a student in the upper school can receive. It is presented to that student who, through character and achievement, has contributed most to the success of the school. It gives me great pleasure, so proud, to present the Peter Gao Jr. Award to Noelle Friel. Mother Ann, if you could please rejoin us on stage for the benediction.
Awe-inspiring Govians and gathered assembly, will you pray with me? Holy, eternal one, thank you for your presence here among us today and for the many gifts that you have bestowed upon each one of us, and especially upon this graduating class of 2024. Be with them now as they set forth on their journey through life. Guide and protect them each and every day. Give them inquiring and discerning hearts and a sense of joy and wonder in all that they encounter. May your love keep friendships alive and the character of this place in their hearts. May the spirit of forbearance and daring fill their sails And may the pillars of kindness, respect, honesty, and hard work strengthen them on their way. Bless them, Holy One, and bless each one of us this glorious day and forever. And let all the people say together, Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Mother Tillman. Mr. Brown, can you please lead us in our final song?
Ready, lady. We're gonna do this. We're gonna back up a little bit from the microphone. Oh, thank you.
Well, we did it. And I have one more official business to take care of. With diplomas conferred and signed, our graduates will now commence the next leg of their journey. They will commence with confidence and pride in a job well done. So, with the power vested in me as head of school, through the state of New York and the village of South Wales, I officially declare the 2023-24 school year is over.